So, hi everyone, hi sir, hi classmates. We are Sergio Cortés and Jorge Hurtado. And first of all, I will ask you a question. What way of transport would you use to arrive to Europe as soon as possible? Well, the answer is the airplane. And we are here today to learn about the airplane. First of all, we will talk about the history and the development of it. Then some uses and purpose, some advantages and disadvantages, and finally a personal opinion. So, Council Hill, you will start with the history.
Well, hello everyone, hello classmates. We are going to talk about the history of the airplane. Well, we need to talk about the Wright brothers. But who are the Wright brothers? The Wright brothers were two American aviation pioneers, generally credited with inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful motor-operated airplane. They made the first controlled, sustained flight of a power heavier than air aircraft with the Wright Flyer on December 17, 1993. This first flight was the beginning of aviation career that the Wright brothers started in USA. So we can see a picture of the first airplane right here.
Now I'm going to talk about the development. So first, between 1867 and 1886, the German pioneer of human aviation also studied the airplanes, and following its limit airplanes in World War I. But the aircraft technology continued to develop, and on World War II, the airplane had a presence in all the major battles of World War II. And finally, we have the first commercial plane called Boeing 707. Uses and purpose. Well, we have a broad spectrum of uses for airplanes, and this includes first the recreation. We put recreation as a hobby. For example, my grandpa loved airplanes, and he had an old airplane, and he loved flying in it, and it's a hobby for some people. Then it's a way of transportation of goods, people, and military stuff. And finally, the airplanes are used to fight forest fires. So come on, Sergio, you will continue.
Advantages and disadvantages. Well, we need to talk about the mortality in the airplane. If you can see in the picture, you can see that the mortality in the airplane is 0.07, compared with the motorcycle that is 212. Also, a disadvantage is the expensive ticket. An advantage is the long travel that takes you less time than traveling in bus or in a car. Another disadvantage is the long wait at the airport. You need to be in the airport like 3 or 2 hours before your flight. And some people don't like to travel because of the altitude of the flights. So another people like the bus, but the most effective transport for long distance is the airplane. Comparison with another ways of transport. The airplane is a high-speed vehicle, so it takes less time in long travels. Quick service. There are flight attendants that give you some drinks and food in the commercial flights. No infrastructure investment. You don't need to have roads or bridges to fly in an airplane because the airplanes are in the air. Easy access because the airplanes The commercial airplanes are open to everybody. No physical barrier because you don't need to cross a forest or a mountain because the airplanes go so high that you don't see anything. Nature route because you don't need to make a round, like I said, of a forest or a mountain. National defense because the airplanes um, are very good combat arms and less risk because, like I said, they have less mortality. Other transport like cars, ferry, or train requires more time than airplanes, but they are cheaper than the ticket airplane. Huge investment, like I say, of infrastructure, risky because more mortality, short distance because you use the car, the ferry, or the train in small travels and using normal life. The car, you use it all day, so it's something common in your life and of yourself. Like I said, the airplanes are from airlines, so your car is of yourself and you can do it wherever you want.
So finally, the personal opinion. Well, we believe that airplanes are the most efficient way of transport. Also, with the study, we can see that it's the safest way of transport. You saw that the airplane has the fewest mortality, like comparing with the car or the motorbike. And finally, we think airplanes are the best way to transport yourself on long trips. Like if you are on Chile and you want to arrive to Europe, for example, the airplane is the best way for traveling yourself, and we think like the best way of transport you can use for those like trips, it's the airplane. So we hope you have a good time. We hope you have learned something about airplanes, and have a good day.